Promise and Hope for Better Education by Maria Rodriguez. In this presentation, I will explore what teachers need to change, what our teacher believes, what teachers need to learn, what good teaching looks like, and my promise and hope for education. What needs to change? Teachers need to recognize and accept their mistakes. This is the first step we need to take in order to be effective. By doing this, we are recognizing our weaknesses and what we need to work on. It can be knowledge in a subject, classroom management, or most importantly, how we treat our students. Accepting that we need to grow brings benefits to education and our students' learning. Teachers need to stop blaming external conditions for their problems. Most of the problems in the classroom are not caused by administration not dealing with student behaviors. These problems arise from what teachers are doing in the classroom. How do we approach the unsatisfactory behaviors? When these situations happen, teachers need to learn how to de-escalate. Being in the classroom, I understand that at times student behaviors become frustrating, but there are ways in which we can control them. We need to be able to, as they say, pick our battles. Teachers should not be losing their heads over small student annoyances. We need to ask ourselves, what are the things that students need to understand why they're behaving this way? Teachers also need to recognize that they are lifelong learners. There are always new things that we can learn to become better. Being in the classroom means juggling many hats. It's about what we are teaching, how we teach it, how many ways we need to teach it, and understand the diversity that we have. Teacher beliefs. Teacher beliefs will determine our behavior towards students. If we believe that a student is capable of learning, then we will do everything in our power to accomplish it. Our behavior toward those students will demonstrate that we believe in them. That is why we need to examine how we evaluate and judge our students' capabilities. What affects how we see them? A lot of the times it's our values, our experiences. This is why we need to reflect on how we understand the events of our lives and how they have shaped the information we perceive, accept, or reject. Teacher beliefs are what helps us make sense of our world, which includes our time in the classroom. What we need to learn. What teachers need to learn in order to improve education is first of all recognizing that our classrooms are full of diversity. Diversity in the people who go into it every day. Students and teachers from different countries, with different abilities, different life experiences. All of this needs to be celebrated and encouraged. It will only make education better. Teachers need to understand that past experiences may affect the way we view certain groups of students. However, we are scholars, educators, role models. We model every single thing we want our students to be able to do. This is why we need to start by learning how to address racial microaggressions. There are comments that we can make that affect our students. They may feel unsafe in the classroom, and that is something that we need to avoid. We must always ensure that our students feel safe. Learning how to speak to our students, celebrating differences, and reflecting on our teacher beliefs only leads to learning how to show respect to our students. We can't expect our students to be respectful to others if we are not showing them what that looks like. What good teaching looks like. Just like students, teachers are also diverse. They have different teaching styles. However, there are some core elements to good and effective teaching. We strive to teach students how to think critically, and that has to do with the academic and the human side of each individual. Students need to learn about human differences, how cultures differ, how people have different experiences or different abilities or disabilities. They also need to be allowed to experience things because hands-on learning, manipulating things is the best way to understand concepts. Going on field trips, using our campus resources, conducting experiments, exploring the community. In a world of 21st century learners, technology is crucial. We must provide access and teach how to use it responsibly. Now that we have social media, we must learn how it can be used for learning. It is something that keeps students engaged and motivates them to learn. It is also important that we create an environment where students feel okay to make mistakes. Life is not perfect, and neither is learning. Making mistakes is a way to learn. Why is an answer correct? Why is it wrong? What are the steps to get to an answer? What is the thinking that needs to happen? With this comes student reflection. Just as reflecting helps teachers become better, reflection holds students accountable for their performance. Teachers need to do their part, but learning is also the students' responsibility. When we teach them how to reflect, they will learn how to become better students and better citizens. What will I do? With all I've learned in the past 5 weeks, I know that there are 4 things that I will do in order to improve education. First, I will evaluate what are my teacher beliefs and how they affect my students and their learning. I need to become more aware of the things that I do that are good for my class and the things that I do that are not good. By reflecting on myself, I know that I can improve the way that I show my students that I care about each one as an individual and unique person. I want to celebrate all their differences and bridge that gap. Knowing that all my students are different, I will differentiate what I do on a daily basis to reach everyone at their level in the best way that they learn. Lastly, I want to be an advocate for change. Share my knowledge at my campus so that this can be transferred to other campuses and other teachers. My promise and hope for education is that we are able to see in ourselves what we need to change and make a commitment to continue learning and be able to share that knowledge with others. These are the references that I used for this presentation. Thank you.